If you look at what ICA has done in the context of traveling volumes, last year, 245 million visitors, travelers, that includes Singapore citizens. So 245 million travelers crossed our borders in a single year. And despite that, ICA has managed extremely well. And a key enabler has been technology and innovation, because many of the things that ICA has been doing with the support of Ministry of Home Affairs has been innovative, first in class, first in kind, not done anywhere else in the world. So the travel, by and large, has been seamless. We try and make sure it is secure and automated as far as possible. And it achieves convenience and efficiency without increasing manpower, without increasing number of frontline officers, in fact, reducing the headcount. The new clearance concept that we have spoken about quite a lot was fully rolled out in May of last year, exactly a year ago. At the land checkpoints, it's a simple QR code scan and the gate opens. At the air and sea checkpoints, residents and foreign travelers who are eligible can go through passport-less clearance without passports. And efficiency, the number of travelers cleared within a certain time frame has more than doubled. So average clearance time per passenger has now gone down from 25 seconds to 10 seconds. There are also fewer instances of travelers needing assistance with scanning of passports. We are, in fact, the first country in the world to have automated lanes at passenger checkpoints that allow for clearance by groups. And that serves families, it serves parents with young children, it also serves travelers with mobility needs. More than 95% of applications for passes, permits, passports are submitted online today. There are also self-collection kiosks, fully automated, for passports and ICs at the ICA Services Center. Third, even as world-class service is being delivered to travelers by ICA, at the heart of it is security. So ICA uses very advanced biometric systems to try and detect identity fraud, and data analytics to do assessments before the travelers come. And as a result, when the travelers are actually at the checkpoints, they get a smooth, convenient experience. High-risk cases are diverted for further checks. And that is driven by data, the risk assessments. And that has meant that there's been an increase of about 40% of persons classified as high risk and who have been denied entry. And also a 30% increase in the detection of contraband. That's in 2025 compared to 2024. And 95% of the public in the Home Team Public Perception Survey last year say they trust ICA. Now, the key fact, one of the key facets of Singapore is a high trust between the public and the government, in the leadership, in the civil service, and every time they trust an institution, whether it's ICA or the police or the prisons or the judiciary or the Attorney General chambers, that's a building block towards building up trust for the government. And ICA was also recognized by Skytrax World as having the best airport immigration. It's the best airport immigration award this year, 2026 award. Really, it shows the work that our officers have put in to rethink the processes, the immigration processes, and their own commitment to very high standards. Now, the theme for this year's work plan seminar is our next chapter, embracing innovation and empowered by technology. It really captures the essence that has driven ICA's transformation. And ICA is going to continue to put in place plans for the future of better immigration and better border security. So let's look at some of the key initiatives. First is the Integrated Targeting Center, or ITC. That is set to become smarter, more comprehensive in the targeting of risks. ICA ITC today uses a blend of algorithms and machine learning models. It fuses data across different systems and sources in, you can say, nearly real time. And that has enabled ITC to really focus on detect complex patterns and also a better risk profiling for every person who is seeking to come into Singapore. These targeting measures are going to be expanded. High-risk vehicles will be covered from July of this year, and high-risk cargo would be covered from June of next year. The upstream risk targeting measures by ITC will work together with the no boarding directives. No boarding directives have been implemented since January of this year. In that way, we seek to prohibit undesirable immigrants from even boarding their planes, and it prevents them from reaching our shores. Later this year, ICA will widen the scope to include a variety of other individuals whom we consider not eligible to come into Singapore, including those without visas and proper travel documents. They will be turned away at the boarding gate instead of being turned away after they've come here. Second, ICA will expand automated clearance on arrival at the land checkpoints for vehicles and cargo. Automated clearance for vehicles, we've talked about it, is powered by what we call the Automated Passenger Clearance System, or APCS car. And this is the centerpiece of this year's seminar. I was shown the features earlier. It features 24/7 automated clearance lanes for drivers and passengers. What do drivers need to do? They need to drive into the lane, they need to scan the QR code, and present their facial biometrics. In fact, no contact at all, no need to step out and present passports, no need for an immigration officer to be at the counter. This will be rolled out by early next year at TWAS. Cargo clearance will then become smoother, and from July of this year, automated cargo permit clearance, or ACPC, will also be progressively deployed across cargo checkpoints. The automated system will combine data from pre-arrival permits, X-ray scans which are conducted when the cargo has come, and a number of other identification data points. And once it meets the ICA's criteria, the cargo will be cleared. It's going to cut down on waiting times. So, this is a second major innovation. Looking forward to rolling it out. Third is the service delivery for immigration products. Now, ICA hopes to keep pushing the envelope, make it smoother, faster, and a more pleasant experience for the person coming in to collect. The Integrated Processing System, IPS, was launched 2 years ago in 2024, June. It has given applicants a one-stop portal online for citizenship, PR, and LTVPs. Families no longer have to fill in different forms. A mother, father, and child can submit a single application for the same immigration facility. Saves time, reduces paperwork. And looking ahead, ICA will expand IPS to cover other key immigration products. They are, of course, IC, re-entry permit, the APAC Business Traveler Card, and passports and short-term visit passes. Some applications will take some time to process because document verification or further document verification will need to be done. So ICA intends to deal with this challenge using multimodal AI for text recognition and information extraction, or matrix for short. System uses AI to automatically classify and extract key data from passports and other documents. That removes the need for labor-intensive manual checks. Outcome, verification is faster, errors go down, and a better experience for everyone. If you look at another example of how ICA will use technology to improve customer experience, ICA intends to provide a self-service option for enrollment of biometrics. That is being developed at the ICA Services Center for people who are applying to be new Singapore citizens, for PRs, and also for long-term immigration pass holders. The self-service trials will start in the second half of this year, and the project will be called Project Enroll. The system uses, again, an AI-driven checker for fingerprints, and that keeps the process faster, but the technology needs to be tried to make sure that it works or works well. And if it does work well, then the public may no longer need to wait to be served by an ICA officer to enroll their biometrics. At the heart of all of this is, of course, the people, not possible without the commitment of the officers. Transformation at this scale, at this speed, requires dedication, resilience, adaptability at every level, and the willingness to embrace new technology and drive improvements in the process. And we have been doing this every year across every home team department, constantly pushing. ICA will, work on an environment to encourage ideas and experimentation, and improvements are driven not just top-down, but from frontline officers back up. The aim is for officers to focus on meaningful tasks that require their critical judgment, conducting risk assessments, handling complex casework, and managing automated systems. And hopefully, they get freed more and more from manual and repetitive tasks. It requires a strong culture of teamwork, trust, and care for officers. There has got to be continuous upskilling programs to equip staff with digital and AI competencies for the future. Now, there will be people who are affected in their roles, and they will receive support to adapt to changed roles and new roles. We are all confident that ICA, like the other home team departments, will continue to remain agile and innovative, and we look forward to ICA continuing to provide world-class services while keeping Singapore safe and secure.